What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live. Jay's in the middle of drinking coffee, and we're ready to go on a Thursday. Jay, how are you doing today, buddy?
Take a big gulp. Oh, man, it's great, man. I'm loving this weather. I still got my hoodie on. You know, I got the thin hoodie. Don't need the thick one. But, yeah, like you this morning, man, I was up early.
How do you know I was up early?
I went out walking. You go running in the morning, right?
Not this morning, but usually, yeah.
Yes, I remember.
There you go. Good memory, Jay. I like that.
A long freaking
It must be very
walk.
important to you to have a good memory like that of my daily routine.
Right. I mean, we've been doing this show for almost a full year together, starting after the Super Bowl. So
yeah, you also randomly remember the anniversary of us doing this stream. So, Jerry, what is going on here? Are you obsessed with me or something? is this, hold up, is this a year-long obsession that you have with me, Jay, that maybe finally you're going to reach out and tell me how you feel? Like you're going to send me a message one morning? Is that what's going on?
I think because of our relationship, I have grown as a person. I've started to look at the world a little differently, like with a little sneer. Like, I start to notice things on people I didn't notice before and just kind of like look in disgust. People keep asking me, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No, it's my normal disgust face now that I have since I've been doing this show." It's truly pathetic what I see in the world today, especially around Orlando, to be honest with you.
I'm glad to have awakened that. So. I'm glad to have awakened that within you, Jay, that you need to realize when you look at the world, you know, you might be lucky enough to find a couple really awesome people, but most people, gay and retarded. Most people, gay, retarded, stupid, piles of shit. Once you realize that about the world, it's a lot better, right? You stop being quite as disappointed from the normal everyday people. You find a couple people, you find one person that's like really worth your time, energy, and effort. And that's all it's about.
I got to tell you, man, the first time in a long time, it's true. I actually blew my horn at someone. Usually I'm just pretty chill behind the wheel. I'm just like, yeah, they'll get moving. But this time I was like, and then when I finally got past that person, it was someone's grandma. I know, with big glasses, you know. So
yeah,
look, I felt a little bad about it, but not that bad.
Look, I fucking the horn is there for a reason. It's not just there because, well, just in case you're in a parking lot and you're just sitting there waiting for a spot to open up and someone slowly starts backing up at you, you need to alert them. No, the horn is there for a fucking reason. It's to use it. It's to speak to people because they can't hear the things I'm yelling inside the car. They can't hear the slurs that I'm yelling at them. They can't hear that stuff. So you have to get it all through with the horn. That's the key. I use my horn all the time. You fucking kidding me? And I assume, here's what goes through my head. I assume, like, I see how people drive, and I assume who they are and what they are by how they drive. If you're black, I can probably tell. If you're fucking old, I can probably tell. If you're an illegal, I can probably tell by what you drive and how you drive. And yeah.
Everyone's got their own like Ryan when he honks the horn. It is like the speed of, I mean, it's like he's got the wheel. It's usually one hand in it, But then
Yeah.
it's like when the horn comes, like, wow, like quick, man.
Like a
Freaking
fucking
Bruce.
Cobra strike. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's like by the and you're in the passenger seat. By the time you realize what happened, I mean, the whole world could have ended. It was just like a crazy, like I was like, I don't want to get hit with that thing. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Yeah.
Someone says, Ryan, you drive like a dumbass on your phone. Well, here's the thing. And I know most people don't understand this. They're like, don't text and drive. Don't do that and drive. I get that. And for all you normal people out there, it is a worry, right? It is a danger for you to be distracted while driving. When you're as competent as I am in basically every facet of living life, right? When you're as good as I am, when you're as smart as I am, when you can pay all this attention to things like I do, I don't need the entire part of my brain. You think this forehead just like happened? It's because I have so much space for my fucking brain. I have so much mental capacity. So me texting while driving, me distracted while driving is still going to be better than 99% of you other motherfuckers out there. So I have no qualms about texting while driving. I can handle it. It's no fucking problem for me. But I'm glad you had a good morning, Jay. I don't know how that fucking started. It has been relatively cold. I think it's warming up a little bit. I think it's warming up a little bit.
Yeah, it's like 60s, which is like nice. Like I wear my shorts and a hoodie.
It was when I woke up yesterday morning, it was 62 degrees in my house. It was kind of
yeah.
It was kind of chilly.
Same, because I didn't turn the heat on either. I just let it, I just kind of let nature take its course. And you wake up and you're like, holy crap.
Let nature take its course.
It's a little much,
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're having a good
You know
morning.
what else is good?
What?
I know you're excited about this. Vine is back, Ryan. Vine reboot called Divine has been launched. And look who's in charge or funded it anyway. The old Twitter guy, Jack Dorsey. Includes over 100K videos from Vine's archive. Users can upload 6-second videos. AI-generated content is not allowed. I bet that alone could get people to rush over there, if you want my honest opinion.
Well, that's funny because that the entire time you brought this up, I had no idea you were going to bring this up. I don't know anything about it. But my take was going to be, I don't really see what the purpose is of this when you have all these different platforms. The idea of that last thing alone, AI generated content is not allowed, is interesting. That does make it different. That does make it different.
There,
So someone says, what the fuck is Vine? You youngsters.
Brian mentions it all the time. Facebook is nothing but AI, stupid. I mean, horse crap stories and everything. It's awful. Every now and then I kind of dip my toe back over there to see what the heck is going on with mom and the gang. It's rough, dude. I'm like, it's wild. And now Twitter's starting to be infected with all this AI stuff. People aren't able to tell the difference, unless there's a community note there letting you know. So that could be the top selling point, that no AI generated content allowed over here.
Yeah. I still have my doubts on whether that's going to matter, like whether whether Divine is going to really do anything. Who knows? But that is a difference, right? The fact that there's no AI stuff on there, that is different. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Linko Kenobi. Good morning, fellas. Hey, Ryan, wondering if you got my message from Twitter. If you did, great. If not, that's fine. I was wondering what you thought about the Robin Hood series so far. I have not seen the Robin Hood series yet. I believe it's available through MGM Plus if you have Amazon, which I don't have. I am interested. The stuff that I've seen from it in terms of the promotional material and the trailers actually has looked really good. But I haven't seen it. And I didn't get to check your DM, Linko. So I was busy. Jay made me set the whole stream up. You know, all that stuff. So I was busy this morning.
Sorry.
Alex Aerocave, S tier returns. Meta PC code RK Outpost, drunk 3PO. Thank you, Alex. I heard a rumor that other people are trying to say they're the S tier team, which is quite frankly wild. But it's wild, Jay. But I don't know. Cole Hauser, Grace must hate black people. I didn't even do anything but called her white trash, and X has the gall to issue me a warning. Blasphemy. Praise Aram. Hey, Grace Randolph, I'm just saying, when it comes to Grace, I said it yesterday, I think she's just a little bit jealous. You know, I don't think that there's any other explanation, any deeper explanation, that she's just kind of jealous. A lot of mean girl energy from Grace. Women are the worst to each other. Okay, they just are.
Rough, man.
They just are. We're going to talk about that, by the way. Pee pee poo poo man for 5. Roses are red.
Says
violets.
Something.
Yeah, roses are red, violets are blue. I hope you have a stinky poo poo. I think this is Krista's alt.
I swear it's got to be her, dude. It's got to be her, man.
Danya Hawk. Nobody tries to play boss today and ruin the stream again this morning. Or hopefully nobody tries to play boss today and ruin the stream again this morning. Well, look, quite frankly, I don't think Jeremy watches when we're on because I don't think there's anything to worry about, just to be honest with you. But yeah, I heard there was some commotion on Daily yesterday.
Really?
I had no idea. I had to go back and rewatch it. And yeah, I think it's all fucking retarded. But Jay, I think we'll probably stay away from those things today. Not that I think we would have delved to it to begin with, but yeah, I think we'll be safe, Danya. I think we'll be safe. Where the fuck are we? Jason, oh, D-Day Karen, calling D-Day Karen. Oh, where are you? Thank you.
That bad, huh?
Hey, LL, I know Ryan is super excited for his wifey Brie to voice Rosalina. To be honest, she would have been better as Samus for a Metroid movie. Look, I think we need to clear up some things, Jay, when it comes to Brie Larson. There is no doubt that at some point in time, there are a lot of people rooting for myself and Brie to get together. And I think there's a lot of reasons for that. It's because I feel like I've actually defended her on some things every once in a while. She liked to tweet from me and refused to give into the cancel culture mob and all of that stuff, right? But a lot of that is memes. You guys know that. A lot of it's leaning into memes. But the truth is that opportunity, even if it was maybe there for a microcosm in space and time, it's just not happening. It's over. Quite frankly, she missed her opportunity to be with me. That doesn't mean that I'm still not going to say, root for her success. I think she's going to go on to do great things with her career, including in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. But I know you guys love it. I know you love the ship, but we got to be a little bit truthful here. Like Brie's not my number one. Okay. It's just not reality. It's just not reality. She missed out. And I'm on to bigger and better things, to be honest with you. So,
I met her, worked with her for a little bit.
You did.
She missed out.
She did. She did. And that's okay. But we will talk about Brie Larson. Let me catch up on these super chats.
Saw her feet too.
Did you really?
Yeah, she was wearing sandals.
There you go. To Snacks, thanks for the mountain range thumbnail. Oh, you're welcome. Russian bot for 5. The best hosts are back. Hashtag ToadetteGate. Ladybug, Jay, it is I, the one who is everywhere, lurking in every stream. Fear me.
Everybody convinced Ladybug to come to MegaCon. She was like, I'm on the fence about it. And I say, get off that fence and come to MegaCon. Fly, little ladybug, fly.
Cole Hauser, Ryan, we're doing the largest Transformers convention in Orlando next year, October. You're coming, bro. Jay will be there. Going to be large. I mean, if it's here, that's way easier to go to than fucking Canada, wherever you guys did it last year.
Cole Hauser, calm down. We'll get everybody there.
Yeah, if it's in Orlando, and I don't happen to be halfway across the world doing other things, then yeah, I'll be here.
Hold on, Ryan, before you continue. I'm sorry.
What?
Your favorite Jesus Christ. Grace is the cover of GQ's Men of the Year issue. There you go.
Wait, is she a man of the year?
I don't know. I just came by Pop Graves' tweet. It says she just graces the cover of GQ's Men of the Year. There you go. Jesus
I mean, look,
Christ.
Cynthia Erivo looks incredibly mannish at times. Like some of her features, it's strange. Like, so who fucking knows? Like, maybe she is a man. And maybe defying gravity is not about her flying. It's about the way she's able to tape her dick like up so that it doesn't fall out at all times. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's what defying gravity is really about, Jay. And Pierce, starring Cynthia Erivo with Pierce Brosnan.
And
James
Skepta.
fucking Bond doesn't get top billing. It's Cynthia Erivo, this demon spawn bitch. What are we doing? Come on, dude.
Let's be honest, Ryan. When was the last time you picked up a GQ magazine?
Never.
Yeah, there you go. So that's what we're doing here. It's not for real men. It's for other men.
I mean, to be fair, when's the last time you picked up a magazine?
Oh man, I picked up what was the last the last magazine I bought was Guns and Ammo.
When?
Learning about the SIG. When I was at the airport.
You have a phone, right?
Yeah, but when you're on the plane, it don't work.
I know. I'm so fucking bougie. I spend $7 for free in-flight Wi-Fi. Like, what do you mean it doesn't work?
Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes that Wi-Fi on the plane stinks. It doesn't work. So I have a backup. So I was learning all about the SIG. I think that could be my pickup.
Oh, which one?
3.9. Is it the 365? Is that what it's called?
I mean, I have the P365 XL. I think it's a great EDC.
Yeah.
If that's what you're looking for.
I'm not a gun person, so like I don't have that kind of knowledge, but it was cool, man, reading about it. So could be my next thing. I want to get one of those magnets, in the car. You get the gun in there and everything. So live in Florida. Now there's open carry. So why don't I just like strap it to my chest and walk around everywhere?
I suppose you could. Doug B for $100 Is this enough to get the RK3PO intro played? We need to see it.
I don't think we have it.
I don't think we have it in this setup, Dougie B. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't think we have it. I think it's in mine, but not. I think I still have it.
Yeah, I don't, because we're in the Geeks and Gamers one right now. I do think I have it uploaded in mine, but we don't have it uploaded here. But you know what, Dougie B? We'll work on that and we'll try to play it tomorrow. How about that? Does that work? $100 is enough.
Yeah.
$100 is enough. So yes. Thank you. Thank you, Dougie B. All right, we got a lot of freaking chats today. Hurrah! Jay, watch where you're pointing and blowing that horn, my guy.
I think you like it.
Master Austin, be careful what you say today. You might get fired. Well,
what
you guys
the
want
freak
to know
happened?
something? Do you guys want to know something? One, nobody's getting fired because of yesterday. Beardo's not getting fired. Mike's not getting fired.
They were on the gaming stream last night.
But if you want to know the truth, Jay, you know how Trump said, like, reportedly was like, I could walk on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody in the fucking head and people would still vote for me?
Yeah. That's
kind of me. I don't know if there's anything that would, I can't foresee myself ever getting fired. That's a little bit overconfidence from me, but I just don't think that's going to happen.
If it was going to happen to me, it would have happened a long time ago, I'd say.
I think so too. I think so too. Cole Hauser, Ryan knows it's me because I'm playing NWA. Young Staub, no more Beardo. Fire him or kick him from daily. Godzilla's greaser. Ryan, Makar was just saying that's something you'd say. Well, it does sound like something I would say, Godzilla's greaser. The Skeleton King, whatever you guys do, don't talk about Toadette. Well, we do have to talk about something related to Mario, which you guys know I'm a huge Nintendo guy, right?
Yeah,
I've always been
biggest
such a
the biggest one on the channel.
biggest one on the channel. I'm the only one that knows anything about Nintendo, cares anything about Nintendo. But we got to talk, not necessarily about the trailer because we'll probably get copyright claimed anyway. We got to talk about some of the conversation surrounding this, Jay. And of course, it's about Brie Larson. Now, the Super Mario Galaxy trailer finally came out yesterday, Jay, and I thought the trailer was perfectly fine. It looks like if you like the first one, you're going to love the second one. And, pretty positive reception from everyone. But there was a surprise that no one saw coming. And that's that Rosalina, who, of course, Rosalina is going to be in Super Mario Galaxy movie. Rosalina is being voiced by Brie Larson. And some people had a lot of things to say about that. I personally think it kind of makes a lot of sense. Even if you don't like Brie Larson or didn't like Captain Marvel or whatever, I do think that Brie Larson plays the voice rather well. We got a little bit of the voice from Brie Larson right here, Jay.
Once upon a time, there was a brave and noble princess named Peach.
I want to hear the story about the plumbers.
We did that one last night.
Plumbers.
So that's the little snippet we get of her voice. But Brie Larson is, and it's kind of a joke, Nintendo, whatever. She is actually a huge Nintendo fan and has been for a long time. She was at Epic Universe for the opening. She's talked about it. She's worked with Nintendo for Switch 2 stuff before and promoting the Switch stuff. She actually does care about this shit and is a Nintendo fan. So I think that kind of makes sense.
That's what I said before when she was at Epic. I said, watch her be in something Nintendo coming up in the near future. I predicted it. I called it at a glance. Probably don't remember it, but I remember because it was so weird that she was invited to the Epic Universe opening to be part of the Nintendo thing. And not that many other celebrities were there. They had the celebrities that were part of the new Harry Potter thing at the Harry Potter front. And Brie Larson at the Nintendo was like, all right, something's cooking in the works over there. You always follow the theme parks. They always give you the signs of what's coming. They always do. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. And in fact, Jay, she released a video of her at Epic when she was there for that.
Yeah.
Recorded and saying that. She's like, I can't say it now. I'm going to have to keep it inside for a while. I can't say it, but I'm so excited to be playing Rosalina. It's awesome. It's a dream come true, blah, blah, blah. That she recorded months and months ago when she was at the opening for Epic. But obviously, I think that Brie Larson is viewed as a controversial person because she was Captain Marvel, because there was a massive controversy surrounding that movie. And I have, and again, I've leaned into the memes at points in terms of Brie Larson, blah, blah, all this stuff. I think it's tough for actually to call me a Brie Larson fan. I like one or two of the things that she's in. However, I think that a lot of the controversy and stuff surrounding Brie Larson isn't necessarily her at the core of it. I think a lot of it has to do with how the media treated fans in the aftermath of Captain Marvel. Now, Brie Larson, there is no doubt about it. She said something incredibly stupid in 2018, incredibly retarded when she talked about, we don't need 40-year-old white men telling us about this movie that's not made for them. Whatever she said in 2018. Very dumb, rightfully got criticized for that. However, in the lead up to Captain Marvel, during the release of Captain Marvel, after the backlash to Captain Marvel, and all the way up even through the failure of the Marvels, I don't think that Brie Larson has ever said anything or lashed out at fans or anything like that. Now, I think that you might assume that she had with as much as we talk about stuff, but I think that almost all the conversation, and it might have been, oh, look, she looks awkward in this press thing. Jeremy Renner gave her the side eye, whatever. But in terms of what she has said, I really don't think that there's anything about her that is like, oh, she's anti-fan. She blamed the fans for this. I've never seen it. In fact, all I've ever seen is kind of the opposite. This is in 2019 after Captain Marvel. Brie Larson, unaware of Captain Marvel hate, doesn't Google herself, where she was asked, what do you think about the toxic, misogynistic reaction to Captain Marvel? And she's like, I really don't even know what you're talking about. I don't pay too much attention to anything like that. I just, focus on my life and what I'm doing next and blah, blah, blah. From immediate aftermath of Captain Marvel. All the way up until this year, Jay, earlier this year, where she was asked, and we've seen how these reporters set these things up, just like we saw with Sydney Sweeney. They're like, what's your take on the toxic, misogynistic, terrible side of the fandom? And she refused to engage.
Yeah.
She refused to, and she's like, I don't even know why that has anything to do with me. I don't know why you're asking me this. I don't think there's a way I can even talk about this without you trying to spin it into something. I'm not interested in talking about that at all. So I actually think she stayed away from a lot of that stuff, personally. And I think the media are the ones that led to Captain Marvel being such a lightning rod, because the media used that as an excuse to go after fans. The media used that movie and Brie Larson, the reaction to Carol Danvers and Captain Marvel and all that, as a reason to attack fans for years and years and years. And even in the aftermath of this cast announcement, the media is going back right to that again. That's kind of always how I viewed it, which is one of the reasons where I feel like I try to give credit to her when she handles things well, like the Johnny Depp situation, when she refused to throw him under the bus when the media was desperately trying to get her to do so.
I agree. I think she's made a huge turnaround. Absolutely huge turnaround. She hasn't really said anything, even though she's been baited exactly like what you said. And it's 2025. She had a new year, new me moment. And now she gets to play something that she's probably overjoyed as being a Super Nintendo fan. So I feel like she's going to take this and, make a huge comeback for everyone. Nobody really hates her now anymore, kind of. Like, it's not, like you said, hasn't really said anything for people. Well, I take it back.
Well,
now the left hate her because she's not saying anything. Maybe that's it.
Grace Randolph from Beyond the Trailer has this take. If anything can tank the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, it's Brie Larson. And she started getting some pretty immediate backlash for this. I mean, you can see the amount of
shocking
comments.
Statement, though, man. It was kind of like out of pocket.
It was a little bit, but then Grace really wanted to desperately show that just because I'm saying this doesn't mean I'm one of those hate channels, guys. I'm not one of those hate channels. They're the scourge of the entertainment and the industry. And then, tries to defend her position and stuff. And it's funny that this is coming from Grace Randolph. It's really funny that it's coming from Grace Randolph, who is constantly having bad take after bad take. She just got done fucking flicking her bean to the idea that Predator and the Synth having a relationship, which they don't have a relationship in that movie. Like, Grace Randolph is one of the queen of bad takes. But look, I do agree that Brie Larson is viewed as controversial, but I don't think it's going to have any effect on this movie at all. I think that she's excited as hell to play the character. I think it's something she actually fucking cares about. I think she sounds good as the character. And if you remember, Jay, I feel when people are like, why is she getting this role when somebody else could? Do you remember when Chris Pratt was cast as Mario and people were like, it was one of the biggest overreactions I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Massive. Now they're not saying anything. They're not saying anything about Chris Pratt as Mario. At least I haven't seen it. But yeah, 100%. So, good for her, man. I hope she does well. And this movie will probably hit $1 billion like the last one.
The movie's going to be massive. I have no doubts. I have no doubts. If you like the first one, it looks like you're gonna fucking like the second one. You know what I mean? They got Bowser Jr. in the trailer. They do have Rosalina and all of that stuff.
Added a couple new characters in the music and all that stuff from the game. So yeah, you should be good to go.
Yeah, I think so too. But it is funny to see like the mean, jealous girl energy from Grace Randolph. Little interesting. I think she's jealous. It's sad, Grace. I did do a little hashtag I stand with Brie. And
again, like I not to talk too much about it, when she was at the convention working with the fans, she She was very nice. She wasn't a sign and go. I don't know if you know what that means. The sign and go people where it's like you pay the money, they just sign and go to the next one. No talking. Don't even look at you. They just sign and go. She was very nice. Had conversations. Was very happy to be there. She did it right too. She flew in the morning, did her stuff, and flew out that night. She ain't spending the night there. But
she had voice acting roles to record apparently.
Until it was over. You know, she had a pretty decent line. A lot of Captain Marvel stuff to sign. She signed a lot of that stuff. So, and mostly like, you know, it's like when they see like a star is going to be there only for a day, and they got like the Funko Pops and stuff. They want to get all that stuff signed. So people come up there with like 20 different things to get it signed to. And then there's always if you ever see this, sometimes there's a guy with a clipboard like next to them, and he's the guy that will give the certificate of authenticity.
Right.
So, you know, so I guess maybe it's got more value now. So, you know.
Yeah, so we'll see. One of Grace's points, like, she ruined $1 billion character. And it's like, none of that is true. Look, and this is one of the reasons why.
Talking about Captain Marvel?
Yes, and this is one of the reasons why I feel like the topic is so fucking radioactive and controversial, because did Captain Marvel make $1 billion? Yes, it did. Why did it make $1 billion? Was it because people liked the movie, because they liked Carol Danvers, because they liked Brie Larson as that character? That is not why it made $1 billion.
You were invested in the MCU.
It was sandwiched between the two biggest comic book movies of all time. Captain Marvel was the cliffhanger at the end of Infinity War, and the movie was marketed that you have to watch this leading up to Endgame, the biggest comic book movie we've ever seen, right? That's why it made $1 billion, is because people's overall investment in that story and wanting to see how it played out. So the idea that it's like she ruined $1 billion character. No, she was never $1 billion character. The Marvels was always going to fail. The Marvels was a terrible idea, throwing together several characters that people did not like. That bottom line. And that's one of the reasons the thing turned into such this big front for the culture war of sorts, because the media used the financial numbers, the financial success of Captain Marvel to beat the shit out of specifically male fans, right? To use that to attack male fans the entire fucking time. But my entire point with that is, I never saw that from Brie Larson. I never saw that from Brie Larson in the Captain Marvel era. I haven't seen her after the Captain Marvel era. And I think people's assumption is that she's just constantly run her mouth about all this shit. I haven't seen it. Like, point me to it, show me, because I can pull up a bunch of examples where she doesn't engage in that shit, but I haven't seen anywhere she is like throwing fans under the bus or something. So that's it. And this is not me simping for Brie Larson. She, like I said, memes aside, all of that stuff, I will defend her when I think it's like she should be defended for some of this stuff. But that opportunity has passed for Brie. I'm just saying, I've moved on, and I couldn't be happier, Jay. So, her loss. Let's catch up with some of these chats. Fake Thai dude, Beardo did nothing wrong. Naaman's, let's hope no one gets yelled at today.
Ryan might yell at me, but that's
a
Thursday.
And also, if you guys are if you're upset about yelling, if you're upset about yelling, I don't know why you're watching the show with me on it. Yeah. People fucking yell at each other. It's not that big of a deal. Toadette Ass and Boob says the Sarge Max Steel. It's a little creepy. Naaman's, apparently there are people on the Twatters that wonder why they jumped directly to Galaxy for the second movie. Weird take. Christian Rocker for 199. I agree with Ryan about Brie. Too much hate. Amenthi. I don't like this Matrix reboot. Dagga's ruined for 2. Brie is not my number 1. Ryan. Vera Dark enters the chat. No, that is not what I meant in any way, shape, or form. But you guys do have to move on to whatever the next ship is, right? That is the thing for me. It has to move on to whatever the chat is going to ship next, even when you're wrong. Tobias Nexus Free. I don't think I can open carry. Not because where I live, but a 12 gauge is a little awkward to be carrying around everywhere. A bit long. A bit long.
Just don't shove it in your pants.
I stand with Beardo and Epic Mike. Hashtag sexy Toadette. Thanks, ACC. G&G Daily with Ryan and Javon Martin.
I don't have any Skittles.
Maximus for 199. There's no match for Droidicas. Evil Black Cat. Young mushrooms taste better. Hang on, Jeremy's calling me. Magnum Norris for 10. Roses are red, violets are blue. Brie Larson's feet. Damn, I lost it. Jeremy is not straight. Sly Rye for 5. Yesterday felt like your friend's dad pulling out the belt and spanking your friend with it right in front of you, but I get why Jeremy did it.
I have no idea.
Look, ultimately, regardless of whatever your take is, whether you thought that there's nothing wrong with it, and yes, there were just obviously fucking joking around and shit. However, I think it should be noted that one, stop getting all in your fucking feelings when somebody yells at each other. It's not that personal. We're guys. We fucking yell at each other. It's no big deal. But also, I hope you understand that Jeremy, this was not like Jeremy protected. This is Jeremy protecting those guys. Because he's got clipped a million times for retarded shit that he's fucking said. And that's what it was. And he's willing, I think he's willing to take the heat, especially even from the chat. He's willing to take the heat from you guys on that, because that is now the focus, as opposed to some random thing that is not that big of a deal that gets clips out of fucking context. And those guys are going through a lot of shit trying to defend themselves. That's the way I view it.
Hey, man, did you hear about the new Steam machine?
What Steam machine?
The Steam machine computer. You can play all your Steam games. It's just announced. 2020.
It's a cube.
Yeah. And I guess you could play like that. It's like downsizing, I guess. I got to read more into it, but a lot of people were bringing it up. They're like, "What are your thoughts on the Steam machine? What does this thing cost?" It's like a little box.
Why don't you just use your fucking computer?
I mean, if that's what it is, like you just put this thing on your head and you don't need a screen or anything like that, and you just sit down and play video games like in your comfy chair. That's pretty appealing. I got to be honest. It's kind of appealing. But,
I don't know. What are the fucking specs on it? What's going to last? I don't know. No fucking interest. No fucking interest. All right.
I'll look
where
more
are
into
we?
it, Chad. I'll have a full review on it eventually.
Tobias, I don't mind Brie as Rosalina, but I'm more curious why they didn't go for Mario Sunshine first to introduce Bowser Jr., then do Galaxy, and we have full-size Bowser again and can follow the game. I think there's going to be elements of stuff like that thrown in there, if I'm being honest with you. Ministry of Wrong Thing. If Brie wants to fully win over the fans, she needs to do a Rocky-style training montage, then do a snarky J walk-up to show off her new juicy ass.
A55.
I don't know what a snarky J walk-up is, but thank you, Ministry of Wrong Think. Tiggs, honestly, as I get older, jacking it becomes more of a chore. Okay. Andre, who is a greater Nintendo shill? I mean fan. Brie Larson or Jeremy? Both have messed up feet, though. They do both have messed up feet, don't they? They do both have messed up feet. Aided Clock. Wouldn't it be crazy if Brie Larson gets Henry Cavilled like in The Witcher show because she's a big Nintendo fan? Southeastern Kaiju, Jay, I remember. Jay Stradamus.
Thank you. Somebody. I always got a good take once a year, maybe twice.
I do think I remember you specifically talking about that. I do recall, but yeah, not 100% sure, but I think so. I think so. Jay Stradamus. Ryan, I wholeheartedly disagree with you. Grace Randolph is not the queen of bad takes. That's Beardo. ACC, Jeremy, for watching, I have a Toadette flashlight. There you go. Kaleki Oki, someone told me Grace Randolph was in her later 30s. Is that true? Because if so, holy, I thought she was pushing 50. She looks so disheveled. I can't honestly tell you how old Grace Randolph is. I don't know. Magnum Norris, Ryan taught her well. Master Austin with a gifted membership. Thank you. Brain Rot Fest, who's bigger up top, Laura Croft or Toadette? Probably Laura Croft. Andre CR, Grace looks like she gives head as bad as her pop culture takes.
Oh.
Wow. Can we get Jeremy to yell at Jay? He deserves it.
He yells at me all the time.
He does.
All the time.
He's on Jay all the time. He wants to make sure that
about it either.
he wants to make sure that Jay reminds me not to say stupid stuff, that we don't get clipped out of context, that I don't forget the ad reads. And oh shit, the ad reads. Jay, we should probably talk about that, shouldn't we?
Do tell.
Crypto.com once again. You guys know it. You love it. Cryptocurrency is here to stay, and here's the big news. Trump Media just signed a massive $6.4 billion deal with Yorkville Acquisition Corporation and Crypto.com, the crypto platform trusted by millions of users worldwide. They're teaming up to acquire up to $6.4 billion in CRO to establish America's first CRO treasury, Trump Media Group CRO strategy. Once complete, this new company will be the largest publicly traded CRO holder out there. Ready to join the crypto revolution? Head to crypto.com today and be a part of this historic move. That's crypto.com. Don't wait. For more information about the proposed business combination, check out Yorkville Acquisition Corp's public filings. So thank you, Jay, for reminding me about the crypto.com ad read.
You're welcome.
Kind of like an elephant, you know? You never forget.
I just don't have a big trunk.
That's a rough admission on stream. But there you go. At least Jay's honest. At least Brie's got nice boobs, not going to lie. Thanks, Joshua Henderson. Bungles Twanger, they jumped to SM Galaxy to set up the NCU, the Nintendo Cinematic Universe. Magnum Norris, Ryan would put gravy on them toes. No, I would not. These Webos, simps.
Gravy.
Elite Super Grunt, ass candle, salad, scented scratch and sniff stickers, Beardo edition with his streak of authenticity.
Shout out the A55.
Kingdom Hearts Gamer. I mean, that Bowser Jr. design looks more from like Super Mario Wonder. It kind of does, I guess. I don't know. I don't care about Nintendo. Rodney Crossland, imagine Brie Larson with Megan Fox toe thumbs. Taker, Ryan missed his chance with Virginia McCaskey. He was going to try to Lex Luthor in Superman Return strategy. Valve remade the GameCube. It is just a little cube out there, huh? Just a little cube out there. Let's see. I don't see any. I wanted to make sure for some reason half the Rumble chat got caught up, but thank you for those watching us on Rumble. I don't see anything that's come in there yet, but if I missed something, just let me know. For some reason, only like half of it is populated. And I don't know why. So you got any theme park stories today?
Just a little bit. The Disney had their earnings call today, and the stock is tumbling down. This was posted actually by CNBC.
Woo!
And that it's like going down. It's already gone down 10%. Now I can give you the quick version. And then maybe tomorrow, if we have time, I can while more stuff is still coming in as we're talking. Basically what happened is because of the movies and because of the TV shows, according to CNBC, that is why the numbers are kind of flat with Disney. They didn't really do well. They didn't really do poorly, but it was under. It was reported that it was under. Like, these are some of the numbers here. Disney stock fell nearly 10% early morning trading on Thursday. They blamed that the business was weighed down by its TV network and lackluster theatrical film slate, which we've been reporting on, that their shows and movies suck. They're not making any money. But Avatar is coming, so maybe that'll give them a boost by the end of the year. And they were expected to do 22.75 billion, but they only did 22.46, heading in the wrong direction. The only bright spot of the entire Disney earnings, of course, is theme parks and cruises. That's the only thing that made them money. That actually went up. They actually Disney park attendance down, but guest spending increases. Here's why, and we've been reporting this here, is that they keep raising the prices on everything. Everything has gone up in the parks, from food to water, tickets, fast passes, everything else. So less people are going, but the people that do go are spending more money. Plus, they got they dropped a lot of cruise ships that launched this past year, and so that's also raking in a lot of money for them as well. So the only bright side, yeah, that they did better on the entertainment, I guess is what they call this, the entertainment section, because of the theme parks. So even though their attendance is down. But I don't know if you remember, but about a year ago, there was an article that came out that we went over, showing and saying that Disney's goal is to outprice the poors and the middle class to give the people with a lot of money a better experience. And that this was a plan that they had put in place a few years ago after the lockdowns, that they were going to
Hold on, outprice the poors. I just had to like comment. That's a good line, Jay. Outprice the poors. I like it.
Well, as I'm saying, it's like, so if they charge a lot more money, it will keep the lower and middle class out. So the people with money will have a better experience, and they think they will spend more money in the park. Now, according to this report, it's kind of working right now. Like I said, attendance is down, but they're making more money because people are spending more in the park. Could that be sustainable? Are they going to hike the price? They just did a price hike 3 weeks ago. Are they going to hike it up again to see if they can get more pours out? You know, I don't know. And the only pours that'll be in there are Make-A-Wish kids and wheelchairs. We'll see. But right now, the only thing keeping Disney going is the theme park and the cruise ships. They're getting ready to launch another cruise ship that is already being sold out. So it must have been like people like got tired of Carnival cruises and decided that they were going to go to Disney. So the Disney cruise lines, and again, for what it's worth, people are claiming that the experience with their families on the Disney Cruise Line is 100 times better than going to the theme park, because they actually brought pieces of the theme park inside their ships. There's rides inside these ships. There's Star Wars bars, the Haunted Mansion bar, Pirates of the Caribbean bars type things. There is no gambling on Disney Cruise Lines. But if they were interviewing certain families that have a lot of children, and they were like, going on a cruise is the Disney experience that's a lot cheaper. And instead of dealing with the headaches of waiting in lines and stuff like that, you can still see all your favorite characters. You know, kids can get pictures with Mickey and everything like that. So it looks like a lot more people are choosing to go on Disney cruises than going to theme parks. But that, again, is what's keeping a lot of the money coming in for Disney. Definitely not their streaming and movies are not doing well.
Yeah, I mean, their summer was basically abysmal. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When you look at a lot of these movies that they put out, they do have some big ones coming up at the end of the year. Zootopia 2, which, like, even though I don't really care about it, there's about 1 million furries, like some of the ones we have in the chat, that are going to go 50 times and jerk off the entire time. So, like, I think Zootopia 2 is probably going to do pretty well. And then, obviously, like you said, Avatar. And so that, like, those two at the end of the year, we'll have to see what they do and if they make up for the losses that they've sustained all year long. So we'll see.
The other thing that they're not reporting that you mentioned before is that they're like not sharing with us certain numbers, like on their Disney Plus anymore. They choose not to, share subscriber stuff like that. So we can only go by what they say as far as that goes. So there you go, Danky, park hopping. How about that? So we'll keep an eye on it. There's more things that are coming out of this report that they're announcing, such as like their partnership with Epic Games and how they're going to include video games on the Disney Plus service with Epic. So I'm not sure what that looks like. They're going to try anything right now. They've already, everything that they touch, they destroy. So Fortnite, it was nice playing. It's gonna go down. Over.
It's over. Yeah, down 10% basically today after a little miss on the earnings there. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow. Mako Gray, Jeremy is like Alistair from Has Been Hotel. He can't show up on camera. Ryan is like Husk, who tells it like it is. Jay, I haven't figured it out yet.
I haven't figured myself out yet. I don't even know how I got here, to be honest with you.
Mako, I don't even know what you're talking about. Has Been Hotel. Has Been. I'm not sure. Probably some fucking anime shit. Grindodrome watched The Faculty yesterday. Interesting cast. The Faculty. I don't know if I'm aware of that one. I don't know if I'm aware of that one.
Oh, see, hold on real quick. And again, I know time is of the essence, but this was just announced too that Bob Iger says Disney Plus will soon have AI-generated short-form content from users. I don't even know what that means.
Oh, you know what it should be? It should be those like Finding Milk, you know, where the black dad who gets tired of his children and just decides to go out and get milk and never
those
come back
Pixar
home.
true life stories.
Those like AI Pixar ones that are happening. Yeah.
I gotta tell you, man, I think allowing AI, like announcing that you're going to have AI generated content on your app probably is not going to help with your Disney Plus subscriptions. That's just me.
Maybe. Yeah, but we do have to talk about more Sydney Sweeney news, Jay. I know you were excited. I know that Chad gets excited anytime Sydney Sweeney is an actual topic because she gets to go in the thumbnail. I know. I get it.
Boobs.
I get it. But we do have something to talk about in regards to her. Because there are some people that are very, very unhappy with Sydney Sweeney and the fact that, her movie that came out about the lesbian boxer didn't do great. And there's a lot of people that are lashing out and blaming her for this and saying she is the reason that this movie did so poorly. She ruined it. And ironically, some of the people that are criticizing it for being a box office flop are one of the biggest flop actors that we've ever seen in fucking history. But obviously, Jay, we've talked about this a lot over the last week or 2 weeks. The Sydney Sweeney controversy over the American Eagle jeans ad, which then spun into the interview where she refused to bend the knee, refused to apologize for something she had nothing to apologize for, and refused to go with the narrative that the media members and these assassins in the press were trying to pin her on about the gene having anything to do with white supremacy or white genetic superiority or any of that bullshit. Well, in the aftermath of that, her movie flopped. Now, I'm just going to say it. I'll say it again. This movie, I don't think ever had any interest in it. Chrissy Martin, a female boxer who was abused by a man who I think was her husband at the time. Then she realized that she's actually gay and some story of survival. I'm sure that a lot of people might find it very compelling and stuff. I never gave a fuck about it. And I don't think most of Sydney Sweeney's audience who typically follows her, I don't know if they would really care about it either. However, this movie did flop at the box office, and we went over the way Sydney Sweeney reacted to it and said, hey, might not have done the numbers, but we're really proud of it. I thought it was really important. We put it out there, and I hope that anybody that got a chance to see it really took something out from it. Probably the way you should respond to financial failures and box office flops instead of blaming the fucking audience. But Jay, somebody's not very happy.
Really?
Do you remember Ruby Rose, Jay?
Wasn't she part of the Batman franchise or something like that?
Well, I think you're thinking about Batwoman.
There she is. I almost
Ruby
said an
Rose.
OnlyFans girl, but I guess
No, not that Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
Ruby Rose, Batwoman, who got fired from Batwoman and accused a bunch of people of a bunch of shit, couldn't back it up, got threatened to be sued basically for saying all these things, and then fled the fucking country. That Ruby Rose. The Ruby Rose who was so fucking miserable and stupid. Like, this character was awful. This show was awful. Then she got replaced by a black bitch, right? They just swapped them out, made a new fucking character, threw her in there. You're out, Ruby. Well, Ruby Rose is very upset about this film flopping, and she's very upset that Sydney Sweeney was part of it. Ruby Rose blames cretin Sydney Sweeney for Christy flopping at the box office. You ruined the film. Christy Martin deserve better, wrote Rose, who claims she was originally attached to star in the biopic. Now, interesting from Entertainment Weekly, said Rose, who claimed she was originally attached to star in the biopic. Now, one of the things you might not know about Ruby Rose, Jay, is that she identifies as like non-binary, non-gender conforming, whatever the fuck. Actually goes by they, them pronouns, which is why Hollywood Reporter says Ruby Rose says they were fired from Batwoman. Entertainment Weekly not respecting those pronouns. And I mean, I'm not going to either. Ruby Rose is a she, at least as far as we know. But I thought that was interesting. This is the post from Ruby Rose. The original Christy Martin script was incredible, life-changing. I was attached to play Cherry. Everyone had experience with the core material. Most of us were actually gay. It's part of why I stayed in acting. Losing roles happens all the time. For her PR to talk about it flopping and saying Sydney Sweeney did it for the people. None of the people want to see someone who hates them parading around pretending to be us. You're a cretin and you ruined the film, period. Christy deserved better.
What the freak? She says she hates gay people. Sydney Sweeney goes to that LGBTQ like fundraiser thing all the time. Yeah, like what the heck?
Yeah, it's almost like the same picture that we use in a lot of these thumbnails is
Yeah.
actually taken at GLAAD. I think there's even some people that are Sydney Sweeney fans that might not know that. But yes, the idea that Sydney Sweeney like hates gay people or something, I just don't think that there's any evidence to support that, other than what Ruby Rose is claiming. And the other thing about Christy Martin deserve better and blah, blah, blah. I mean, the interesting part about that is that Christy Martin is out there defending Sydney Sweeney through all of this. The real
Scroll
Christy
down a little
Martin.
bit. Scroll down just a little bit. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. There you
I just
go.
wanted to see. I just wanted to check
The
for-
real, I've actually been getting like fucking limited and stuff in any YouTube video.
Yeah. No, don't leave it up. I just was curious. Sorry.
I get the chat's horny. They'll be okay.
It
The
just
real
got-
Christy Martin defends Sydney Sweeney amid attacks after the movie. I've always been a fighter. My life reflected that in every way, and now I fight for others. The past few days, I've seen some people attack my friend Sydney Sweeney. Sid not only worked her ass off for this film, she worked her ass off for me, for my story, for so many others suffering in silence. So I want to be clear about who Sid is. She's my friend and ally. So it's weird that Ruby Rose, all these like claims she has just falling apart. And I guess it's not surprising. Ruby Rose, who looks like this now, by the way, it's not surprised that she's unhinged and completely off base when it comes to all these things. She is an insane person. Frankly, anyone that goes by they, them pronouns, that's kind of a dead giveaway. But since she's so critical of Sydney Sweeney's box office performance, Jay, I figured let's see how Ruby Rose stacks up over the past couple years. Shall we?
Shall.
This is the past 5 years for Ruby Rose.
Medic.
Dirty Angels in the role of Medic. Made $31,000.
Good job.
Not million, thousand. The Collective, $6,883.
I did better selling my kids' book.
Stowaway, $18,000. Taurus, where she plays Bub, $5,000.
Parker.
One Up, which was released on Amazon, so I don't think that had a theatrical release. SAS Red Notice, $150,000. Vanquish, $62,000. Cranston Academy, something, actually made $1.2 million. This is who is criticizing Sydney Sweeney for a poor box office performance, by the way.
First of all, if Ruby Rose was in this film, it probably would have done worse. For my honest opinion, I think it would have done worse. I think it would have just disappeared. Like, at least it got some kind of attention under Sydney Sweeney that now, like, maybe people might watch it when it comes out on streaming. I'm not sure, but, you know, I don't think this movie, I don't know who could have starred in this film that would have made this movie be successful. You know, I don't even think Gina Carano could save this film. I just don't think. It's like you said, it wasn't anything that anybody really wanted to see, but it's going to be out there. Maybe it'll become a cult classic, you know? Who knows?
Maybe. Maybe that's the case, but Ruby Rose certainly not happy about Sydney Sweeney. And it's funny, dude. If Sydney Sweeney came out and used that type of language and like called Ruby Rose a cretin or whatever, there'd probably be like a ton of defense. I can't believe you called a marginalized person that and blah, 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 right? This peak victim bullshit from these losers, these weirdos, these freaks, these truly mentally unstable individuals. But there's Ruby Rose. Ruby, it's one of the things that made me want to stay in acting. Maybe this is giving you a hint that you should fucking leave. Just a guess, bub. Yeah. Just a guess, medic. Just a guess, fucking Batwoman. Maybe nobody fucking wants you here either. Just a guess.
Well, I think she knew if she attacked Sydney Sweeney, she might make the headlines one last time in her career. So she's like, let's just go for it.
Well, I'll give her a headline. I'll give her a headline, get a bunch of views off it. Thank you, Ruby Rose. She's had like small supporting roles in successful movies before. John Wick 2. And her character is probably the best role for Ruby Rose. Her character didn't say anything. She was mute. And it's so funny because
mute.
There's like a whole story about that. Like she uses ASL to communicate. There's like a whole story about that where they're like, it wasn't really supposed to be like that. It was kind of a last minute decision to make this character and that we thought it was cool. Maybe it's because Ruby Rose is such a fucking terrible actress. You realize that this is not going to work. And that's why it happened. In all likelihood, that's the reality.
She probably got hired back in those days when woke was at its peak and they needed someone to check the boxes. So yeah, if even major news media outlets are decided that, the pronoun thing's a little played out, we're not going to do that anymore.
Maybe they're going to issue a big apology and correction. That could happen. Brain rot. One advantage of Steambox uses Linux-based Steam OS, so you don't have to worry about Windows updates slowing down your system. Well, that's good. Ministry of Wrong Thing. Snarky J, cosplayer movie. Well, I know who Snarky J is. I just don't know what you mean by Snarky J walk. She was given a Batman outfit that was custom fit for Nicki Minaj, and it fits perfectly. I won't say any more. Thank you. Hi, Kira. What do you bring me? Real ones know. Hail EFAP. Bungles Twanger, how's a Hollywood darling fall so far, so fast? ACC. Sweeney's, hold on. Sydney's boobs make me feel good.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, good for you. Josh Anderson, whose boobs do you think's better, Ryan? Brie's or Sydney's? Honestly, I have no desire to comment on it, Joshua Henderson. But I know you guys like when the thumbnails are like this. But thank you, Josh. And I think, Jay, we did go a little over today, but not by much. Not by much. What do you got going
on? The new Transformers comic book was just released, so I'll be working on that video later today. Can't wait. Really loving the run so far still. And that's pretty much it. Maybe playing some game, maybe a little Sea of Thieves later. We'll see how that goes. A little Sea of Thieves.
There you go. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. We'll see. But Jay, the whole day's ahead of us. We got so much. Like, we got a Thursday out. Wait, fuck. I got to see Running Man at some point.
That's could be on the list too.
Yeah, I can't believe it's Thursday. The week's like flying by. I do have to see Running Man at some point. And then that could be today, that could be tomorrow. We'll see. So maybe I'll be doing that. I don't fucking know. Jack Scarata, someone check on Jeremy. I haven't seen him since the Brie Rosalina casting. He made a video about it last night. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it, but he did make a video on it last night. So guys, go check out that video. First video in a while. Tobias Nexus Furry for 5. I don't care what makes you boo. I've seen what makes you cheer. Thank you, Tobias, our resident furry. All right. That is it, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today. We appreciate it, and we'll be back tomorrow. And we'll have to remember the RK3PO intro. We'll see if I can remember that shit.
Yeah.
We'll see if I can remember that shit. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.